Tensions between Pakistan and Afghanistan have erupted once again, and tonight the situation along their already volatile border is more fragile than it has been in months. Reports emerging from eastern Afghanistan claim that overnight airstrikes allegedly carried out by Pakistani forces struck a civilian home, killing 10 people. What makes the incident even more heartbreaking is who the victims were: 9 children and a woman, all said to have been inside their residence when the blasts hit. The Afghan government has condemned the strikes in the strongest terms, calling them a violation of sovereignty and a dangerous escalation. Islamabad, meanwhile, maintains its operations are aimed at militant threats. But as both sides trade accusations, the fear now is that this tragedy could push the region towards a new cycle of retaliation and instability. Let's break down what happened, why the situation is escalating so quickly, and what this could mean for security across the region. According to Afghan officials, the deadly incident began when Pakistani airstrikes allegedly hit a civilian home in the Jerbzor district of Khost late Monday night, killing 10 people. Tragically, 9 of them children and the other a woman. Authorities said more strikes in Kunar and Paktika injured 4 others. On the ground, witnesses described scenes of devastation as families dug graves and searched through the rubble of a collapsed home. Afghanistan says the strikes were unprovoked, while Pakistan is believed to have acted in response to a recent suicide attack in Peshawar that killed 3 of its paramilitary personnel. An attack Islamabad has blamed on militants allegedly linked to Afghanistan, though those claims haven't been independently verified. The fallout from the incident is already shaping the mood on both sides of the border. Afghanistan's Taliban-led government has slammed the alleged strikes, calling them a direct violation of the country's sovereignty and warning that a proper response could come at any time. Pakistan, meanwhile, firmly denies hitting civilian areas, saying its operations are aimed at militant hideouts, particularly groups like the TTP, which Islamabad accuses of operating from Afghan territory. All this is unfolding in a region that was already tense. A recently collapsed ceasefire and a string of border clashes had left dozens dead even before this latest episode. Now, with children among the casualties, emotions are running even higher. The fear is that this incident could deepen mistrust, harden political stances, and potentially derail whatever fragile peace efforts were still in motion. So far, both sides are presenting very different versions of what's happening along the border. The Afghan government has called the alleged strikes a blatant violation of international norms and is warning that a response is inevitable. Pakistan, on the other hand, says it's dealing with a growing militant threat and insists its actions are targeted, defensive, and aimed at groups like the TTP that it claims operate from inside Afghan territory. Meanwhile, the impact is spilling over into daily life. Trade routes have slowed down or shut down, border crossings are facing new restrictions, and civilians in nearby areas are feeling the strain. If tensions continue to build, the humanitarian and economic damage could spread far beyond the immediate conflict zones.
टूटे दिमाग कब से इधर टूटे पे